Hey everybody, it's Matt Schmidt here, and first of all, thank you for joining me in this journey where we're going to be talking about the physical product system. This is a system that is really a culmination of my experience in the corporate world, my education in business, and the things that we've been doing and testing and tweaking and pushing to the next level in our own companies, in our own stores, and when we sell t-shirts online as well. So know that this course is going to cover a lot of high-level marketing techniques that real corporations and big businesses use, and we're going to take that and boil that down to the physical product level when we're driving traffic via Facebook. So real quick, what I want to do is go over an overview of the course, and then in the next videos, we're going to get started into the meat. So first, we're going to go over the fundamentals. Now, I list beginners and mid-level people here because more advanced people might not need to reread this course. This might be information that you already know. But we want to give it here as, making sure that we're establishing a baseline for the beginners so they can get started. And also the mid-level people, this might be a nice refresher for you. So we're going to go over niche selection, product selection, and target selection in the AI targeting tool. And we're really going to identify who we're going to sell to and what we're going to sell. Next, we're going to get into the real meat where we're going to start talking about building your store. We're going to use what I like to call the MVP model. This is something that we developed, which is really just creating a minimal viable product, testing your store within a market, positioning yourself correctly from day one, helping your customers and potential customers understand who you are, and then driving traffic to that, and then going out from there. We're not going to waste time and energy building an elaborate store out only for that to fail. We're going to build the minimal viable product and then get that going and go from there. We're also going to talk about objection overcoming and customization of that store. All right, next, we're going to go over store optimization. So the first section in here is called plugins. What we're really going to be talking about here is the critical plugins that you need to set up from day one. The plugins that every store needs. And then you can customize from there out. Next, we're going to talk about products advanced. This is going to really be building on that fundamental product selection. But we're really going to talk about positioning and marketing mix. If you understand how to position yourself within a market, it doesn't really matter if you have competition, right? There's tons of competition in every industry. Look at trucks, for example. How many different types of trucks there are there? But everybody finds their angle into the market and then sells. So we're going to discuss how you can position yourself to be ahead of the competition or differentiate yourself from the competition in order to make a sale. Last thing we're going to talk about is critical store pages. We're going to go over the things that really your customers worry about, not necessarily you. But if your customer comes to your website and then goes to your About Us page, and then nothing's there, you're not going to make a sale, right? So we're going to talk about that page and the other pages and what you can do to position yourself correctly in these pages to drive the sale, especially early on. The About Us page that you create today should evolve over time because you're positioning yourself in the market throughout that time. Product lifecycle. In this section, we're really going to cover things that anybody selling any type of physical product can take advantage of. So we're going to understand in this section that a product goes through 4 stages: introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. Now, within each one of these stages, there are things that you need to take action on to really get the most out of your product. If you just set an ad today that is the same ad as it is from now till the end of the month, you're not getting the most out of it, right? If you never scale it, if you never segment it, if you never, tweak it in by any means, you might have a very unsuccessful ad run, for an entire month, or you might have a mediocrely profitable ad running at a very low budget. Of course, we don't do that. So in that course of your product's life cycle, however long that may be, you need to be looking for different types of indications of, I'm in the introduction stage, I'm in the growth stage, I'm in the maturity stage, I'm in the decline stage. And we'll cover what you need to do in those sections to really get the most out of what you're doing. Lastly, we're going to be talking about customer and potential customer support. Facebook is a two-way street in terms of marketing. You're going to have tons of people hitting your page up, tons of people messaging your page, tons of people writing things about you or tagging you in things, and you need to know how to respond to that. And then, of course, customer support would be things like answering emails, making sure the product arrives on time, or holding Teespring accountable or contacting them to make sure that a t-shirt is sent to the customer. Or if you have someone contacting you saying that the t-shirt they got was bad, how are you going to respond to that? So we'll cover all that in that section. So store scaling. Store scaling is what we're going to do from the MVP model and beyond, right? So if you have proven not only the product, but the store, then we're going to go start building more products or more stores. Whatever you want to do, we're going to talk about it in that section there. And then systemizing and outsourcing. Systemizing the way that you build stores and the speed that you can do this. And for example, the first time I built my e-commerce store, it took me 2 weeks to get up. The second time I did it, it took me a week. The last time I did it, or the third time I did it, I should say, it took me 4 hours. That's because I systemized it. You're going to get the benefit of all that, and I'll show you how I systemized it. But at the same respect, once you're doing this multiple times and you're setting it up over and over again, you're going to get better and better with it. And then eventually, we're going to outsource it. We're going to talk about the different things you can outsource that, used to, honestly, if you went from t-shirts to your own store, you're going to have to take some of these things onto your shoulders at first and then outsource them, like customer support. So we'll go over where and how and to outsource these things to make sure that you're able to scale your business. Okay, so that's it for the overview. Now, if you are a beginner or mid-level marketer, let's get into the fundamentals and go through those sections before we go into the store build. And if you're more advanced and you want to skip over that section, get right into the store build and let's start talking about the MVP model. Okay? Good Schmidt. See you in the next video.